Now
I'm gonna head
knowing
up the stairway
everyone,
and
now knowing everyone,
Oh,
they would. Whoa.
power.
oh, okay. These ones seem to have the conduits broken, so we can't actually get plasma to them.
Interesting.
We need a lot of parts for this.
Good grief.
I agree with that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
I
very
found
glad-
a.
Door?
There's a plant.
Kill it.
How is that still alive? Oh, I want this room.
What makes you think you're gonna get this room?
I don't know, I like rooms.
I do not like that room. It's making me claustrophobic. It's far too small.
Oh, this is fun.
Okay,
I
I
think
will
this might
take-
be.
Can I have the room?
Why would you? Ooh.
That's very small.
Ooh.
Ah! I found the go-go chair.
Go, go, chair.
The
I would
bridge
like-
seat.
Ooh, the bridge.
Towards the
I
door
like the
that I'm
go-go
mango.
chair.
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
I vote the go-go chair gets given to me.
Go.
I second that.
Oh, hold on. I'm on my
Go-go
way.
chair. These panels seem to...
Whoa.
I don't know, this is what can I do to them? It's a go-go
Wow.
chair.
This is a very nicely laid out bridge.
Seems very advanced. I mean, now it's just a bunch of panels slapped together.
Yeah.
So far.
This thing was meant to go places.
Oh,
I
Wait,
I found a thing.
found a thing.
I made the thing disappear.
This is why you're not allowed in the go-go chair.
I dragged and dropped the data pad into my inventory and it disappeared.
Let me capture.
There was
What
a
the
data
heck?
pad.
There was a data pad.
There is
I'll
now
see
not
if
a
I can-
data pad.
There's no longer
I'll
a
see if I
data
can-
pad.
Nope, it's all over.
Help
Okay,
me look
I'll
for it.
look at-
Oh,
Might
there's
be able to-
92 ice in assemble number 4.
Hey.
There's a what?
There's actually some superconductors
Oh.
and some Prototech frames.
Oh, we
Um,
can get a full inventory now.
Fun.
And apparently she has repulsor engines.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's it.
So,
This seems nice. Can we keep it? Please?
well, I don't have any plans of anything. This is the closest thing chance that we have to being able to actually escape this place.
But if we're not keeping it, I'm having that reactor.
Well, why on earth would we tear it apart? It is the closest to a fully built ship that we have found.
We haven't tried to fly it yet.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not in flyable condition, but I believe that it could be in a repairable condition. Like, its main parts seem to be present.
Turn. There's a crew mess area and it's really nice. It has
Well,
a front window.
I found a laboratory.
Ooh, I like laboratories. I can do experiments there.
I hope not on the crew.
What? We'll discuss that later.
Okay, I guess.
We can discuss who I do experiments on when I start doing my experiments.
You do not have many choices to choose from. This is not put us in a good
Yeah.
spot.
I do not expect to see a report on my desk of, and we've lost Disco due to experiments.
Due
'Cause-
to unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can get some console servers working on here, so I can start downloading myself onto it.
Okay. Oh, there's a nice sitting
Mainly-
room.
Live. Okay. Let's get you online, and then I can see.
Whatever she's doing, she's drawing a lot of power to do it.
Oh, I wonder what they'll do.
So, with this all being said, where do we want to start repairs first? Well, first things first. What are some of the things? What would we need to actually start repairs?
The
We-
engineering area, get the farm online.
We have power, so get production up. Assembly refineries.
Do we want to produce all of that on ship, or do we want to produce all of that in another facility or something that will allow us to store everything without it being so confined to the 90% of the pipes not being hooked up in this thing, in the Paragon?
But if she's got repulsors, can we fly it back?
I mean, I don't think we'll have the power to fly it.
Yeah, the thing is also is that we fly it back, that's awesome, but we're still going to put it basically in the exact same position of it just sitting on
we
the
have to-
ground. We have to prop it
But
up
we have to-
somehow.
Well, a little bit of landing gear underneath would go a long way.
We need basically a full-blown facility to be able to hoist this thing, that we can work all the way around it. And that's gonna take quite a bit. But I believe with the materials that are just on the Paragon and everything else around here, that would be possible. First thing that I would say on the chopping block is definitely tearing apart that wonderful monstrosity of a ship. That the Paragon seem to have gotten in combat with.
I can agree with that. I'm gonna try and get the nanites to start working on the Paragon. See if we can fix, well, things that are on it.
Okay. We can then start work on getting the rest of the energy system up and running. Since it does seem to have a couple holes in it. And then setting up an engineering spot to be able to
I think I
have this
found out why the
thing-
other ship crashed. I'm not seeing any hydrogen on board it. It seems to be ion.
Interesting.
There are
So
a
what
lot of
it-
guns though. Jesus.
Did it just dive bomb the Paragon as a last act?
That or it got hit and got sucked into gravity.
Well, it means
Either
that
was
the
very
way
bad
it,
news.
yeah, the big thing is that the way it looks, the
Aha!
vessels that were
Chicago.
the fighters that were bringing the gosh darn it, that were helping to protect the Paragon were atmospheric based, which means that so either only the drones were peppering it, and then that ship came in, or ion thrusters are the only thing that remain from the possible like hydrogen thrusters or atmospheric that it was running to stay up, but the Paragon managed to take them out right before it too crashed.
It has one hell of a lot of gyros to say it's got such little thrust.
Yeah.
It's also got his front now ripped in half, so clearly the Paragon did enough damage to sever the front off. Well, I'm assuming it was the Paragon that did damage anyway.
I mean, the Paragon seems to be the only
Ah, found more thrusters.
Well, the outer
Please be a decoy. Oh, decoy, thank God.
the outer like 4 layers of armor are nothing but heavy armor. This thing was meant to take a beating, and I died.
Well, time to call the captain again.
Rip.
So that
Most
ship was meant to
climatic.
just absolutely take a beating and dish it out, but it looks like it was mainly meant to be a to bomb targets, to just sit above things and deal with them from there, because it has what, 4 main cannons, well 5, but 4 main cannons I'm thinking running on each side of it, plus the what looks to be like point defense systems. It's got so much here that is just designed to be terrifying, and the Paragon took it out. The data
What
pad
did it?
respawned. The data pad
I would say
reappeared.
did it.
Hey,
I'm hoping that it
Oh.
did.
the Paragon doesn't seem to be quite as corroded as that.
That's what I'm
Hmm.
thinking. The Paragon seems to well, that seems to be a lot like a fresher kill than that.
Yeah.
It's
Is it
either
just
that or that-
coincidence?
It's either that or it was already heavily corroded when the Paragon
Yeah.
fought it.
Something's not adding up here.
Is it possible that the other ship isn't made of the same level of materials? Sure, it may be heavy armor, but maybe the metal that they were using for it. Because we have to think, according to the records or the files that we have on the Paragon, it was going to be the first, the intergalactic craft that we built.
I had to go to the little engineer room.
Everything
Actually-
else was designed for intersolar, so maybe they put it with a lot more stuff to help it survive, if that makes sense, because they don't know what's really the effects that are outside the solar system that are going to be getting hit with. Anyway,
I would
let's
agree with
see.
the same time. Nyx had everything we had. So you would assume that if he's making a warship, he'd use top tier stuff. Unless
Yeah.
we somehow developed an alloy that was better, but I highly doubt it with the limited resources we had building this.
Well, the thing is it could have been a last-ditch effort of they put everything they had into this, so they're going to put the best of the best that they could. Either way, I mean, yeah, that vessel over there is way just like... we even found the rover in so much better condition than this thing. Or than
Yeah,
the,
but we
that
did-
destroyer is.
With the rover, it seemed abandoned specifically for us to find.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know when the rover was abandoned. We know how long you'd been in stasis.
Which has been about
Well-
75 years or so, but... I mean...
We don't know, A, when they tried to escape with the Paragon. It could have been, for all we know, we could have been part of the people that built this. I mean,
But why are we
cryostasis
so
has
far
been-
away?
Ooh, this ship has nanite facility on board as well. It's got 2 nanite facilities on board.
Wow.
It does. decked it out then.
Right. If we can feed it full of good stuff, it can repair itself. Can you dig out a projection or anything from the systems?
I can try.
See if there's anything hiding in there.
I think I downloaded the one back from the from the base.
Yeah, sweet. And apparently the conveyors are working.
Awesome.
Well, that's as a
Why has this ship gone down?
Well, it looks to me
I
like
mean-
a lot of its actual thrust has been destroyed. Also,
There's
the fact
ions
that
on the nacelles, but I'm not seeing... I don't get why it's gone down.
Oh, the ions on the back have been repaired by the nanites.
Yeah. But they're useless in atmosphere anyway. It must have been running on repulsors.
Presumably, which means the repulsors got shot out, I'm guessing.
Possibly.
But the
Or
way it's looking,
that
the
damage to the
repulsors-
power was enough to just knock it out.
That wouldn't... If that's the case, then that means we need every reactor running just to get this thing out into the sky, really.
Pocket gear pads.
I mean, I'm only finding a single repulsor engine that actually has any damage. Everything else seems to be fine.
It seems to use repulsor lift for its reverse thrust.
Good braking.
Guess you need that.
Very good braking.
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, Captain, we don't actually know. I mean, yes, we were very far away, but we, again, like I said, we don't actually know when we tried to escape on this, assuming we were part of this endeavor beforehand.
Oh, she's got
Yeah.
atmospheric thrusters that are currently trying to fly.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix that.
Alright, well, now that I have this data pad, I'm gonna read what it is. So it's timestamp redacted. Location, high atmosphere of an uncharted planet.
I'm guessing that's this one.
I mean, it wouldn't make. I guess it would be uncharted. The planet used to be full of greenery, so would really, if we're looking at it now, yeah,
It's
I doubt
something.
there was this many beans.
Yeah. Weird. So status critical failure. So begin transmission. This is Captain Elias Voss of the UTS Paragon. We are under heavy fire. Unknown hostiles engaged us as we attempted planetary exit. Sustained critical damage to engines and structural integrity. And structural integrity is failing. Hull breaches across multiple decks. Primary power is unstable. We are losing altitude. So
It was a power issue.
yeah, power seems to have been the main one. So they're losing altitude. Alert: gravity compensation failure. Engines are non-responsive. Control is they went into free fall, initiating emergency landing protocols, but stabilizers are offline. They started coming across heavy interference. If anyone receives this, the Paragon is going down. We've lost main comms. Attempting emergency beacon activation now. Crew is securing what they can, but we're bracing for impact. We need immediate rescue. If the signal reaches anyone, we won't last long down there. And transmission. The emergency beacon was activated. The signal strength is weak, and the last known coordinates, TRAN. I'm guessing that basically is that it wasn't able to be transmitted fully.
Could be.
I'm guessing. Well, as we know, it was transmitted to the base, but it was only a rough coordinate.
I think I know why they lost power.
Oh,
All the batteries are turned off.
I mean, they probably did that to conserve power. If they've crashed, you want to keep this thing running as fast. Well, I say as fast, as much as you can, don't you?
But the batteries tend to have a nice, consistent output. And these are all Prototech batteries.
So now the question is, what if
I've turned them back on.
this ship wasn't built by us? Because the way
I
it's
definitely didn't build
sounding,
it.
well, I mean by our faction. Because the way it said it's uncharted planet, but we know this is a planet that we lived here. We were born here, all this stuff. We clearly know that this planet isn't uncharted. So,
Well,
people came...
I mean, I can both
Oh.
agree and disagree with you on that one. This is the planet you grew up on, but the topography of it before Nings and the topography afterwards is completely different. The mass shelling of the planet changed a lot of its terrain, including evaporating all the water. It may as well have been a different planet.
Yeah, but why would we go about calling it an uncharted planet? We would just call it the name of what we have, what we call this place. We would say, we would just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense in that regard.
Well, I mean, we were establishing a colony on one of the local planets, but I don't recall the ship taking off.
Yeah.
So it could be likely that the colony either established itself and tried to come back here. I mean, with us gone, I doubt it would be classed as an uncharted planet. You can't exactly recognize it anymore. And I mean, there were 75 years where you were in cryo, plus
Yeah.
the unknown amount of time you weren't in cryo. It wouldn't be hard to think a colony not that has no connection to its homeworld apart from a ship, and images of a homeworld that if they come here won't resemble it at all, would consider it uncharted. Because they left just before the Nynx attacks, meaning assuming we couldn't get a transmission out, they would assume the planet was still alive and thriving. Until they tried contacting us anyway.
Yeah.
Which then begs the question, why did they land on the planet anyway? I mean, it's clearly not very hospitable, so they wouldn't have been landing here to establish another colony.
Yeah. Very interesting, very weird. Anyway, well, it's starting to get nighttime. What do you all say to us continuing on after we get some rest? Because this is a big discovery and a lot of work that needs to go into this thing.
I mean,
I did just find the nap
Go on.
room.
Nah, the nap room. I mean, the captain's got his own nap room, the lucky bugger.
Cryo room, there we go.
It seems that one of the things about it is one thing about my room is the fact that it is missing a bed.
I found the brig. The brig
What's
does
happened
have
to that?
beds.
Why on earth would I want to sleep in the brig?
Got a bed.
I found crew quarters.
Right there.
Oh, I thought it was a cabinet space. I saw this wonderful spinny thing here and got enthralled.
That looks like a ship.
Yeah. But why on earth would you design a ship like that? What purpose does it serve?
Ah,
And can I have one?
finery.
No clue, no clue, no clue, and no.
Oh.
I mean, I don't really need sleep, so I will stay up overnight and continue work. While you petty mortals rest. Well, I say I'll work. I'll sit and contemplate while the nanites work.
You should help them,
It's
otherwise the
nighttime.
nanites will
No.
feel left out.
Eh?
Eh?
I don't think I need to help. See, I feel me helping would in fact be a hindrance because then they're getting help, and that's just illegal. Speaking of that, I need to still load myself onto the ship fully. Shut up about calling a medic. I will throw a brick at you.
That's why he needs the medic.
Oh, will this work? No, we won't. Okay.
Alright, well. I don't know about all you, but
You're gonna be lazy and go to bed?
yes. Bop.